Some low-educated, good-for-nothing like you as a mother-in-law? Shameful. Just shameful. I'll have us estranged. I'm fine with that, but are you okay? My son's wife pales upon learning my true identity. But it's too late for regrets now. My name is Roseanne. I'm 60 years old. Being half Canadian through my mom Rosie and half American through my dad, I was born and raised in the U.S. until I was 17. My dad, who ran a business in America, was always busy. I have few memories of him being around except for vacations when he would spend ample time playing with us kids. Now my brother has taken over the business. When I was 17, Rosie and I moved to Canada. My dad and my brother stayed in the U.S., not due to bad relations, but perhaps because my parents wanted me to have diverse experiences. Thus, Dad and my brother stayed in the U.S. with the business while Rosie and I came to Canada to live with her family. When I graduated from high school, Rosie asked me what I wanted to do. I will go back to the U.S., but Roseanne, you decide for yourself. I chose to stay in Canada to learn more about Rosie's homeland, taking up residence at her family's home. Thus, Rosie returned to the U.S. to Dad, and my brother married someone he met in college in the U.S. I went to school in Canada, choosing a school close to home because I didn't know much about Canadian universities, having lived in the U.S. until 17, and was not particular about the name of the school due to my proactive learning attitude. Being educated by the globally minded Rosie, I was already quadlingual before entering university. After graduating, I worked at the Canadian branch of Dad's company, now serving as the vice president. Though at this age, it's more of a title, as I entrust the day-to-day running to the younger employees, aiming to develop them into robust global talents. At 28, I married Nicholas, who I met traveling. We've been blessed with children and have lived happily. We have 2 kids. This spring, our eldest son Neil married Sissy, whom he met through work. Neil is kind, but perhaps too soft-hearted and indecisive, with their marriage seeming to be initiated by her. Sissy, a decisive graduate from T University, was confident and assertive from her first visit. I'm a T University graduate, so I'll continue working even after marriage and childbirth. When we have a child, I expect Neil to take paternity leave. Both Nicholas and I were surprised by such a declaration at first meeting. Being a couple means working through things together. We'll support you as much as we can. Yes. By the way, may I ask about Roseanne and Nicholas's educational backgrounds? Nicholas and I exchanged glances. He's from S University and I'm from M University. M University! Sissy was exaggeratedly surprised. While Nicholas's S University is a top private school, you're from M University? I still remember the pitying look she gave us. Our family, parents, and siblings are all from T or A University, or other top private institutions, she declared emphatically, unasked. Oh, how very impressive, I managed to respond, slightly overwhelmed. Later, Neil and his wife moved into an apartment right next to ours. We're so busy, so we'd like to ask for your help with the household matters when needed. Well, that's fine, but it turned out to be more than just when needed. Sissy wanted me to do most of the housework. That's probably why they moved close by. Please take the laundry, fold it, and prepare dinner for tonight, as I'll be late. Thank you. I frequently received such emails. Initially, they called. Sorry, I'm busy today, so please handle this. They were polite, so I gladly agreed, but gradually calls turned to emails, and their tone became more commanding. What used to be twice a week is now almost daily. What a hassle! What to do? While thinking it can't go on like this, I somehow let each day pass. Then one day, a call from my subordinate asked me to come to the office immediately. There was trouble with the ongoing building project. Upon arrival, it was a serious situation. The subcontractor in charge of materials procurement had gone silent. The materials for the planned construction hadn't arrived, and we couldn't reach them. We couldn't proceed without them. Initially, they blamed delays on transport issues, but now they weren't even answering calls. Moreover, those materials aren't available in Canada. They must be imported. The delay and substitute materials would cause significant financial damage. We paused our frantic work to gather the project team. Annual schedules and material lists were distributed. Together with the team leaders, I identified common materials and prioritized construction projects. We managed to create a schedule that would meet our deadlines coordinating with our American headquarters. However, we can't relax until the ordered materials arrive. Otherwise, upcoming projects will be delayed. Normally, this would be the subcontractor's job, but with no contract, we had no choice. The priority was to progress work for our clients. Our company handled everything. Once the situation settled, I finally went home. Exhausted from the day's full work, I lay in bed. What's happening with that subcontractor, I wondered. I have to investigate later. The next day, yet another email from Sissy. I'm swamped, so please do the laundry and cleaning. Dinner, too. Feeling yesterday's fatigue, I was more irked than usual. I couldn't let this continue, so I spoke to Sissy when she came for dinner. Sissy, please stop asking for housework and dinner almost daily. What? Why? Sissy looked surprised. Because I have my own house to take care of. You and your partner should manage together. But you're free, right, Roseanne? I'm busy every day. You don't understand the workload of a graduate from T University. If that's the case, do T University graduates not do housework? It's not about spending more time, it's about efficiency. Huh? Sissy glared at me, clearly not liking my words. I don't want to hear that from an M University graduate. M commenting on T? Unbelievable! Sissy always spoke like this. Her attitude changed the moment she learned I graduated from M University. Of course, I know T University is Canada's top university. It requires great effort to enter, and excelling there is commendable. But educational background doesn't necessarily equate to job competence. More importantly, what matters is one's character. But Sissy categorized people based on whether they're from T University or not. T is indeed prestigious, but is being an M grad something to look down upon? There are many successful M graduates. I voiced my genuine question. There are many capable people regardless of their education. I've seen people from high school and vocational schools climb the salary ladder in Dad's company. It's not about being rude. People without proper education are useless. No M grads in my company or among my relatives. Sissy seemed unaffected by my words. Don't you think it's the duty of less intelligent people to assist smarter ones to be more productive? If you, Roseanne, take care of the house, it will increase my productivity and be helpful, right? Do you talk like this at work, too? Change that mindset. You'll lose people's respect. Ridiculous! Me, a T University grad, getting lectured by someone from M University? Just as I was about to stand up, Sissy's mobile phone rang. Yes, it's me. Ah, that issue. Absolutely not yet. No way. If it gets out, what will they say about us? I'm in charge of that matter. Just wait. With that, Sissy ended the call. From work? Something about if it gets out? You seem troubled. Is there a problem? Are you okay? It was easy to guess from the overheard conversation that she was facing some issues, so I asked, concerned, Look, I've been working for decades too. If you're in trouble, you can talk to me. Maybe I can help. Consult? Even if you say it like that, it's none of your business. And with an M University brain, you can't do anything. I was shocked that my concerned offer was cut off with such an insult, and I decided not to say anything more. Well, Roseanne, I have to go now. Wait I've got to get back to the office. Oh, and I'll need dinner tomorrow, too. What? Without even a thank you, Sissy stood up, hastily grabbing her mobile phone and bag and left. Nicholas, what do you think of that attitude? I've had enough. Should I tell her about all the work I've done? Angry, I turned to Nicholas, who replied with his usual calm tone. Indeed, Sissy's recent behavior is terrible, but don't stoop to her level. Maybe it's better to keep your accomplishments secret. Why don't you talk to Neil about it? Maybe. Sighing, I went to clear Sissy's dishes when I accidentally kicked a document case. A clear file and some papers fell out. Did she forget this in her rush? As I picked them up, I casually glanced at one labeled K District Shopping Mall Construction Plan. This is... I felt shocked as if electrified. Quickly, I made copies with my home printer and also took photos with my mobile phone. Then I put the papers back in the clear file, trying to calm my boiling anger, thinking deeply. I immediately contacted Neil to come to the house alone. Early the next morning, a call from Sissy. Do you have a case with my work documents? she said abruptly, sounding furious. Yeah, you left something here. It's important. Don't touch it. I'll pick it up today. Oh, and make sure to do my house's cleaning and laundry too. As if it was natural, she gave her orders and hung up. She must think anyone less educated than her is just a housekeeper. Once again, I'm reminded that education doesn't necessarily reflect one's character. That night, Sissy came to collect the case and immediately yelled, Hey! When I came by, no cleaning or laundry was done. You didn't do them, did you? What? I asked you, didn't I? Your tone wasn't exactly asking, was it? Don't be ridiculous. Why haven't you done it? Ridiculous? Why do I have to do your household chores every day? Because I'm busy at work. Everyone juggles work and home life. When you were younger, we were very busy too, but we managed by helping each other. Your work isn't anything significant, right? I mean, you're from University. The work I do as a University grad is on a different level. Seeing your behavior, I can hardly believe you're capable at work. I had decided not to silently obey today, so I honestly expressed my thoughts to Sissy. Sissy's eyes widened in anger. I won't forgive you, a low-educated person daring to speak like that. Besides, if you're not even doing housework, you're completely useless. That's a terrible thing to say. Having a useless, low-educated person as a mother-in-law is a disgrace. Shame. I'll disown you. Disown? Yes, I'm cutting ties with you completely. I don't mind. In fact, I'm relieved. What? My response seemed to catch Sissy off guard, her expression momentarily frozen. I'm fine with it, but are you sure you'll be okay? I smiled smugly. What are you talking about? I'm relieved to be rid of someone like you. You'll be the one in trouble being dumped by a University grad, right? Then I handed her a piece of paper. What's this? Just a piece of paper? Before she could finish, Sissy's voice trailed off. The paper in my hand had K District Shopping Mall Construction Plan written on it. This? Why do you have this? It fell out of the case you were holding yesterday. I picked it up. I had a quick look at it then. Don't just look at it without permission. You don't understand how important this document is, do you? It is important. Important to my company, too. What? Do you even realize the trouble my company is going through because of this? Once things settle down, I'll be sure to investigate thoroughly. What are you talking about? Sissy looked bewildered, her eyes swimming. I decided to enlighten her. This is the joint construction project agreement, right? Between your employer, my company, and the manufacturer? Look, right at the top. It says Moana Group Canada Branch. I'm the deputy representative there, I smiled pleasantly. What? Sweating, Sissy tried to counter. How can you lie like that? You, an University graduate, can't possibly be the deputy head of such a big company. Its headquarters is in America, you know. Of course I know. The president of the American headquarters is my brother. What? You think education is everything. You judge people by the name of their university and don't bother to know anything else. I grew up in America until I was 17. I speak English, of course, but I also speak Spanish and French. What? Sissy's face turned pale, sensing the truth in my words. I went to University because it was close to my grandmother's house where I lived. I had just returned to Canada and wasn't familiar with Canadian universities. I don't believe in being defined by a university's name. That can't be! In America, I was aiming for Harvard. My teacher said I was within the range for admission. Harvard? Sissy, always boasting about University, would certainly know Harvard's reputation. Unlike you, I'm not interested in bragging about myself. Let's go back to the main point. I glared at the now pale-faced Sissy. The material delivery delay blamed on the shipping company and then losing contract was your company's doing, right? And you were the leader of the responsible team. No, it's not like that. A subordinate made the ordering mistake and I didn't notice. You just admitted to the ordering mistake. I haven't even mentioned it. We were speculating about an ordering mistake and were about to settle the situation. We were planning to confirm the details once we got in touch. What? You just confirmed the ordering mistake. And from the phone conversation, it seemed like you, the person in charge, were covering it up, weren't you? Sissy's voice began to tremble. Instead of apologizing for your mistake, you tried to hide it without thinking of a solution or an alternative, and just threw the problem at us, a T University grad who can't do the job properly. Don't joke! I'm smart because I graduated from T University. I'm one of the few elites in Canada. Admit it! Ranting about T University, Sissy began to shout alone. Being a T University graduate seems to be her only pride and refuge. At least you never seemed intelligent to me, I stated firmly. That's not... Finally, she fell to her knees. I am the deputy head of this company and responsible for all aspects of this project's Canadian branch. We will cease all transactions with your company and demand compensation for the damages caused in this project. Wait, stop! It hasn't been discovered by the higher-ups yet. I'm Neil's wife, remember? Please just settle this within your company, Sissy pleaded. A stark contrast to her earlier attitude, but we just disowned each other. I'll take it back. Think of Neil, for his sake too. There's no need for that. What? Neil and Nicholas emerged from the next room. They had been listening from the beginning. Sissy, not expecting Neil's presence, was dumbstruck. Why are you here? I heard everything yesterday. I knew you were proud of your education, but I didn't know you looked down on Mom just because she graduated from M University. It's also my fault for coming home late every day, but I never thought you were making Mom do our cleaning and laundry daily. You said we ate dinner at our parents' house because we were close, right? I can't stay with someone who disrespects their parents like this. Wait! May I say something? Nicholas, who had been quietly observing, spoke to Sissy for the first time. I kept quiet about your disparaging remarks towards Roseanne, an M University graduate, because you were Neil's choice. But you showed no signs of remorse, lied to Neil, and even tried to cover up your failure at work. You, a T University graduate, may be good at studying, but you seem to lack something important as a person. Nicholas's voice, though gentle, was convincing, and Sissy was left speechless. Roseanne, who you insulted, is much smarter than me, a graduate of S University. She has worked globally, but never boasted or looked down on anyone. That's why she is valued and respected. Nicholas. I was touched by his words, but knew this was not a time to dwell on them. I confronted Sissy. Judging people solely on their education leads to this, doesn't it? Of course, there are many wonderful people with great education and character. Ultimately, those who care for others and build trust are the ones who have value, in both work and family life. Sissy just stared at the floor, seemingly not listening. A month passed since that day. Sissy's company is on the brink of bankruptcy. It seems their reputation plummeted in the industry after paying compensation to our company, leading to a decline in new business and worsening performance. Sissy, being the project leader who lied and hid her mistakes, is also responsible. Her personality likely contributed to her lack of popularity. Her subordinates have been vocal about her pressure, and now she's facing a lawsuit from her own company for causing significant damages. On the other hand, our company gained more trust from clients and manufacturers for handling the crisis, leading to new job offers. Neil and Sissy have divorced. When Neil tried to talk, Sissy wouldn't admit her faults or apologize and agreed to the divorce. I'll be relieved to be away from people like you, she retorted, appearing more pitiful than strong. Her pride as a T University graduate being her only concern, she lost both her job and family. Such folly. Neil, who hastily married her, I didn't see her for her true nature and made you uncomfortable. Sorry. Apologize to me. You have nothing to apologize for. You're young. You'll meet someone wonderful. And sometimes I secretly recall Nicholas's words defending me to Sissy. Back to the peaceful days of preparing meals just for Nicholas and myself, I feel calm. Maybe I'll make his favorite dish today. With these thoughts, I walk under an open sky.